Greetings and thank you for joining this Esri Public Transit Agency's demonstration. Esri equips public transit agencies with cutting-edge spatial tools designed to improve four key business areas: on-time performance, transit planning, transit stop ADA compliance, and Title VI analysis. Today we will examine Transit Planner. Using the tools within ArcGIS, public transit agencies can estimate the cost of future transit service, not only monetarily, but also for the number of transit vehicles needed, as well as providing a thorough demographic analysis of the population that will be served with the future transit service. These transit agencies encounter numerous challenges and obstacles in planning for future transit service. We will address the following challenges. First, improved route planning and costing. Second, demographic analysis. And third, grant management. The transit planner workflow is separated into two main views: a route planner and a stop planner. First, let's look at the route planner. In this view, you will see on your screen all of the route information brought together onto a map from either existing ArcGIS data or by importing GTFS data. By selecting a route on the map itself and filling in information on the right-hand side, such as type of route, span of service, and frequencies, we're able to get more detailed information about what it would cost and what is required to operate that route. For instance, this route here, which we've selected, Route 45, we see our route length, yearly miles, estimated cost, and fleet required. The cost estimation tools are just the beginning of the functionality in the route planner. We are also able to tie into authoritative demographic information from Esri's Living Atlas to calculate the Title VI implications for this particular route. These categories include minority percentage, minority route classification, low income percentage, and limited English percentage, with comparisons to the service area. This quick demographic analysis is key in the transit planning process. In addition to the Title VI demographics, other key metrics are also provided using the spatial tools within ArcGIS, such as, in this case, population, youth, 65 plus, zero-car households, and disability percentages, all calculated within a quarter of a mile from that particular route, using the same authoritative Esri Living Atlas data. The next workflow in the transit planner process is the stop planner. The stop planner is designed to give more detailed information about any point along the existing or proposed route. It ties into Esri's business analyst data and capabilities to provide more insight and understanding of the areas which in transit service will be operating. First, let's consider the transit planner persona. A transit planner plays a critical role in designing and adjusting the transit routes to address the community's requirements. The analyzed data take demographic factors into account and ensure that the transit system is efficient, accessible, and equitable for all users. ArcGIS tools are among the primary instruments these transit planners utilize to carry out their duties. One of the most important analyses that these planners perform is that of a Title VI analysis. Title VI comes from the Civil Rights Act of 1964. In the context of transit, this means we must ensure that all services are fair and equitable for all communities. As an example of how the transit planner can assist in this, we're going to create a new route from the Tempe Sports Complex here along Warner Road to McClintock Road. Now, as you can see, the transit planner actually snaps to the street network that is provided by Esri or can be utilized at a local data set. But as I go through here and put in all my information, just by collecting and clicking on the routes, I'm able to go through, create my information. So we'll call this Warner Road. It is a local route. Status is pending. Here is our frequencies, and we'll say it's going to be coming up in the January 2026 service change. So by clicking and putting in that information, The data is now a part of the system. So now if I go back here and select on this particular route, as we've seen previously, it goes and gives me my cost estimations. You can see it is a 3-mile route, our yearly miles, and our estimated costs. But as you look through here at the Title VI information, you can see the minority percentage, low income percentage, and limited English are all below what the service area is currently at, as well as the minority route calculation. Now this portion of being able to do this type of a Title VI analysis here in the design and planning phase is where this tool can greatly impact the workflows of a transit planner. Understanding here, rather than down the line when Title VI implications can come into play, this just adds more and more tools that a transit planner can utilize ArcGIS for in their workflows. Next, we'll examine the persona of a transit scheduler. These individuals are responsible for planning and organizing transit services to ensure that they run smoothly and efficiently. This includes creating schedules, adjusting service frequencies, and coordinating with various departments to meet the needs of the community. One of the most important questions for schedulers is around transit frequency adjustments. But what does this exactly mean? Transit service frequency refers to how often a bus or a train arrive at a particular stop or route. Adjusting this frequency can have big impacts on service quality and operational costs. Now let's go back to our previous example of Route 45. Imagine we wanted to improve service during peak hours by changing the frequency from 15 minutes to 10 minutes. This adjustment would make the service more convenient for passengers, but it also comes with a cost. By making this small change in the attributes of the transit planner, we can see more information about what kind of change this would entail. Specifically, it would add roughly $700,000 more to the budget and require 15 buses rather than 10 to operate at the 15-minute frequency. Understanding the fiscal and vehicle impact of these service changes is crucial. By knowing the costs and resources needed early on in the process, we can determine whether the change is viable and should proceed through the planning process. Next, let's talk about the GIS team. They are at the heart of transit planning, providing spatial analysis and data management needed to design and optimize transit routes. They ensure that all the geographic data is accurate, up to date, and effectively used for making informed decisions. To help this team provide geographic data most efficiently as possible, let me introduce you to the Esri Living Atlas. This is a comprehensive collection of ready-to-use authoritative data that includes demographic information, environmental data, and much, much more. It's a game changer for transit planning. One of the best features of the Transit Planner is there is no need to find, download, and process raw data into ArcGIS. Here at Esri, we have teams who their main responsibility is to go and find this data and bring it in. So for instance, here I'm on the Living Atlas webpage, and I typed in ACS for American Community Survey. Within the Living Atlas, you see all of the items that pop up here, such as population variables, poverty status, race and Hispanic origin, all of the key demographic data sets needed for transit planning. I'm just going to go into here, the population variables, and show several items that I want to make sure that everyone is aware of to know that the data that we are using for the transit planner is accurate and authoritative. So here in the description for the population variables, we see very key information here. First off, what year was the data from? Second, what table is used? When we downloaded the data and where the information came from their API, as well as, I think the most important, how the individual data sets are processed. So this gives the end users peace of mind knowing that every part of the demographic data comes from the latest version of the ACS. With this data from the Living Atlas, the Transit Planner aggregates, the totals of all of the key demographic data sets from within a quarter of a mile around the route and returns those results very, very quickly in the left-hand side. This means you get accurate, up-to-date demographic information without any hassle. And anytime the census updates their information and Esri brings that data into the Living Atlas, the newest and latest versions of the ECS is automatically displayed in the transit planner. But that's not all. You can use local data for the same type of buffer analysis, as I have here one that I'm calling transit demand. This flexibility allows you to incorporate specific localized information into your planning process, ensuring that your decisions are based off of the most relevant data available to your agency. By leveraging these ready-to-use authoritative data sets from the Living Atlas and your agency's own data, you can improve your ability to make key data-driven decisions. This ensures that transit planning is not only efficient, but also equitable and responsible for the needs of your community. The last persona we'll examine is that of a grant coordinator. This person is responsible for identifying funding opportunities, preparing grant applications, and ensuring the agency meets all the requirements to secure funding. Their work is crucial for obtaining financial resources needed to improve and expand transit service. One of the key necessities in applying for these grants is having accurate demographic and transit-specific GIS data. This data is essential for demonstrating the need for funding and showing how the proposed projects would be a benefit to the community. Accurate data helps build a compelling case for why the agency deserves the grant. Now let's talk about how our Stop Planner infographic can help. With this tool, the grant coordinator can access all the needed data on their own. As we can see here, just by dropping a pin on the map, the Stop Planner generates the 5, 10, and 15-minute walk sheds, and then ties in to the vast amount of tools available in Business Analyst to give me information such as population, average household size, median age, income, how many transit stops are near this location, at-risk populations such as 65 plus, people with disability, and even the effect of changing around how the infographic looks. So for instance, here is a nice table of all of zero-car households with the owner and renter breakdowns. But let's say I want to look at this and save the information as a pie chart to put into my grant application. Just by clicking here and going, say, I want this as a pie chart. Then I can have this fully interactive view of the vehicle households. Not only demographic data comes in through this infographic, we also get the vast amount of information through Business Analyst, such as total number of businesses. So within a 5-minute walk, there are 138 businesses, and here they are. I can actually go and see how far away each one of these businesses are from this location. Apartment buildings, landmarks, health and medicine, arts and entertainment, age breakdowns with comparisons to the county, as well as language spoken. So all of these key demographic and socioeconomic information is what a grant coordinator would need to be able to put into their grant application. This empowers the coordinator to work more efficiently and effectively, ensuring they have the best possible chance to secure funding. This concludes the Transit Planner workflow demonstration, highlighting tools for key public transit agency staff. These tools within ArcGIS will help the agency staff plan for future transit service more effectively and efficiently by providing advanced route planning tools featuring tailored cost models and fleet estimation requirements. The comprehensive spatial analysis of transit-related demographic factors from authoritative sources, and rapid access to essential metrics and indicators crucial for grant applications. We thank you very much for your time today.